Management of contractors.
First of all, there's several questions just relating to our management of contractors and subcontractors and how we ensure they are doing the job properly and doing the job well that they're brought in to do. So people just asking how we go about doing that, and also are colleagues aware of the standards that we expect in terms of the work that's being done to repair homes?
Yeah, great question. So thank you for that theme. Daryl, I am going to come to you in a minute, but I'm going to buy you 30 seconds while I answer first. So I think first of all, we're really on a journey with our contractor management, and Daryl's touched on a fair bit of that in one of the earlier questions. But we are again this year implementing some new technology, and that is a contractor portal. And what we're going to be able to do there is ensure that we're also gathering real-time satisfaction of the services from our contractors. So I said it was important and we used it to measure our contractors, but once we've got them in this portal, we'll be able to improve the efficiency and the automation of that, and we'll be able to see really clearly if you've got a contractor who's left your house and you're not happy. We're going to know about that straight away, and that's going to get straight to the relevant team so they can do something and have a performance conversation with that contractor. So there's lots of work that's happened, but I did want to let you know that was coming, and I've probably stolen that from Daryl now. But Daryl, do you want to come in with anything else?
Yes, the other piece that we have started and we're really looking at with our surveyors is photos as well, the before photo and the after photo as well. Now, clearly it's one of our own team or one of the contractors, they're going to need to ask your permission to be able to take the photo so that you're comfortable with it, because clearly we don't want to be taking photos of anything that you're uncomfortable with. So we're only really wanting to look at when they walked in the door, what was the issue or the problem that you had in the home, and how they delivered it afterwards, so that we've got another record of have they delivered the work to the correct standard. Because as I mentioned much earlier in the conversation, sometimes there are variations, so they uncover something else as well, and it's also making sure that they're going to want to be paid for that, as you can imagine. So it's like, well, okay, prove it to us that you've actually done that piece of work, and that can then tie into the customer satisfaction piece as well. Now, some of the work that we do give our contractors, there may be some specialist elements. It might not just be a straight plumbing job. There may be some work that they need to pass on to one of their preferred specialists as well. Now, we hold our contractor to account in a partnering way, and we do work with them to ensure that they're not passing on too much work to third parties where that's one step further removed and we don't have that level of control. And if we do that, we pull it back, we reduce the amount of work that is going to that contractor until they've either been able to resource up or they can't deliver that work, and we go and work with a specialist so that we're close to who is knocking on the customer door. So I recognize it happens. It's not my preferred option. I'd rather have our preferred contractor knocking on the door and they can deliver everything in one hit, but recognizing it has to happen occasionally. But I'm trying to reduce that as much as I can. And as from a quality point of view, as I say, photos and your feedback, when I have contractors coming into my house, there is nothing more, I'm their worst critic, and I want you to help us make sure that we hold them to account at the same time, please.
Fab, thank you, Daryl.